Hello everybody and welcome to the first reading vlog of 2025. Crazy, it is crazy that it's 2025. But today is January 1st, so welcome to the reading vlog. I don't really know what I'm going to be reading or how much I'm going to be reading or how long this vlog is going to be, but we'll see. So I wanted to start this off with my reading journal because I have not shared that with you guys, so I'm gonna do a little flip through. I don't have any of those fun tripods to do like an overhead view, so you're just gonna have to deal with me reading it to you like it's a storybook. So this is my journal I got from Amazon. It's pretty cheap. Pages are very thin. They bleed a little, but it's okay. It's the aesthetic is what I'm telling myself. But so let's start from the beginning. Skipping all the index pages that this journal comes with because I don't use them. Then my front page, it is just a little map that I drew. I thought it was fun. And then that's Wendell. Okay. This is, well, that's great. Can I put you right next to me? Come sit right here. He says, no, I do not want to be there. Okay, maybe he'll settle behind me. Anyways, back to the journal. This is my reading goals page. So, first goal is read 100 books, read 30 books for my physical TBR. Ideally, I'd like to read more, but I don't have faith in myself. You can start consistently reading before bed. And then this is just a bunch of squares to fill in if I read books. It goes up to 168. That's just how many squares I could fit. So, and then this is my, okay, books read spread. So it's actually Dutch door. So it's got these little half flaps. And I think there's room for like 200 books, which I'm probably not going to read, but yeah, so. And then this is my series tracker spread. I don't really know if I'm going to read more than a page worth of a series, so this one's here if I need it. If not, it'll go to something else. This is my physical TBR spread. I'm so excited about this. I did this one last year too, so all the books that are already colored in are just extra books that are not part of my physical TBR. They're just fillers. But all the uncolored books that you can see through Wendell's legs are books that I have on my physical TBR and want to get through reading. So every time I read one, I color it in. This is like little picture frame. I have 91 books in my physical TBR, which is not great, but I will get through it eventually. Eventually I will do it. And then this is my bought TBR page. I don't know if I'm gonna really realistically buy this many books, so I might change what the bottom half of this is for, but yeah, I'll write, as I buy books, I'll write down their names, and then as I read them, I'll color them in. And then this page is buy 3, read 3, buy 1. So every time I read 3 books, I can buy a book, and I can just color in and then like draw an arrow to what book I buy. Then this is my 25 books in 2025. I don't know if you want me to go through all of them. I will. I'll go through and read what all of them are, and then you can just skip through if you don't want. But it goes on 3 pages because I printed them kind of big. But Emily Wilde's, I don't know how to say this word, Compendium of Lost Tales. So excited. I'm so excited. I love Emily Wilde. Expect a reading vlog for Emily Wilde. Once Upon a Broken Heart, House of Flame and Shadow, Mirror of Beasts, When the World Tips Over, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, Half a Soul, The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love, Digging Dr. Jones, Invisible Beasts, Fourth Ring, Muse of Nightmares, Quicksilver, The Phone Booth at the Edge of the World, On the Origin of Species, No Longer Human, The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door, The Raven Boys, Nothing Like the Movies, Forging Silver into Stars, Divine Rivals, Powerless, Addicted to You, All Roads Lead Here, and The Night Circus. So those are all the 25 books that I want to read. Will I get to any of them? Probably, I mean, some of them, yes, definitely, but not all of them. And then I got this star stamp. So I put that there so I can rate them as I read them. And then this page was also empty. I wasn't really sure. I made it into a reading log, so every day that I read, I can like fill in the square. But realistically, I'm probably not going to keep up with that. But it's cute. It's a really cute spread. I like my little scrapbooky thing over here. And then this is my reading blanket spread. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. I might do more, but reading blanket I'm so excited about. This is going to be a crochet blanket I make full of these granny squares. This is the drawing of the pattern for a granny square, and then I highlighted it how I'm color coding it. So basically, the inside most color is going to be the month that I read the book. The next one is going to be my star rating for the book. The next level is going to be the genre of the book, and the final level is going to be the form that I read the book, so physical or ebook. I don't really do audiobooks, at least not so far. And then just a black or white border. Black borders are for books that's my first time reading them. White borders are for rereads. So that's the plan. So every time I read a book, I'm making a granny square for it, and then I'm going to turn it into a granny square blanket. I'm so excited. Hopefully we'll finish a book or two in this video so you guys can see how that's going to work. And then additionally, I have this spread. This is the Dragon Hordes book club spread. So me and my friends started a book club, and this is what it's called, obviously, Dragon Hordes book club. And for each month, we are picking a new book to read, so they will go in all these spaces. The first month, January, we actually have our book already. I just haven't put it in yet because I don't want to waste paper by printing one singular book, so I'm going to wait till I have some more stuff I have to print to paste in here. But it's Dust by Alison Stein. I'm super excited about that book. Maybe we'll start it in this video, maybe not. I was going to read it as my first book of the year, but for the reading blanket, I don't have the right colored yarn for contemporary stories yet, so I don't want to read that as my first book. So sorry if I'm squinting. The sun is like wicked bright right now. But after this, we get into the January spread. So this is my January cover page. I think it's super cute. Wendell, your tail. Okay, you're just gonna have to deal with that because he's comfortable and I'm not moving him. Sorry. I saw Pinterest spreads kind of like this, and I copied it. I don't know who the original creator is because everyone posts them and no one like gives credit, so sorry. But this page is just kind of like fun doodles, and then this one has my goals, which is read Dust, which is our book club book, read 9 books, and read 3 for my physical TBR. My TBR is Dust, The Scholar in the Last Fairy Door, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and Daydream. Those are the books I want to read this month, and then eventually I'll fill out this, which is the books I bought. And this is a little section for Song of the Month, which I don't know if I want to pick one at the beginning of every month or at the end of every month. But I will decide that today, probably. And then this is my tracker, so I'll like track which books I'm reading by a little highlighted mark, and then write the key of which colors mean which book. And then this one I can't really do anything with. This is my statistics page, so this would be the total books read in the month. This is total books for my physical TBR that I read, and this is like a loading bar essentially of how many books on my physical, like how far in my physical TBR I am. This little circle is going to be a pie chart of how many physical versus ebooks I read. This one's going to be a pie chart of the genres, and then this is a little podium for like favorite book, second favorite book, and third favorite book of the month. So I'm excited about that. And then this spread is because my book club, in addition to our book of the month, we are hosting a dragon themed readathon for all of January, so I'm super excited. So this is to log those books and such. And then finally there's this empty page and lots more empty pages because I'm going to try to keep up with every book that I read, making a little review for it. It's not going to be a full page, it'll be like half a page, but I feel like that'll help me like consume more consciously the books that I'm reading instead of just like, I feel like last year I've read a lot of books on my Kindle and it would be like I just zip through them and then I wouldn't even remember that I read them, and I just want to be more aware of what I'm reading, kind of. So that's the reading journal. I am super excited about it. I think it's adorable, but that's that. And then on to some more fun stuff. My first read of the year is going to be The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door by H.G. Perry. I'm really excited about this. It looks super good. I don't know, it might take me a while to get through because it's kind of long, Okay, it's like 430 pages, so maybe it's not that long. But yeah, I'm gonna start this today. Obviously, it's New Year, first day. Wanna get started on the right track, which is something else that I'm trying to do for today and the beginning of the month is my dog. It's like a, I don't know, it's not a trend, it's just a thing that Lee Bardugo started called Begin As You Mean to Go On, which is like start the year right, start the year with the right intentions and doing the things that you want to keep up with. So I'm gonna start the year reading. I also am, this is another goal that's not a reading goal, but it's a literary related goal. I am so close to finishing the first draft of my novel. So that's another goal. By the end of the year, I want that draft to be query ready. Probably won't be querying, but query ready would be the goal. And then, so that's also another thing I need to do today. I need to write, I need to read, I need to write. And the third thing that I want to do today is, well, I'm just blanking, is run. I want to be consistent with running again this year, so I need to go for a run, but later today because it's really nice out right now, which means it's too hot to run because it's Florida, obviously. So I need to wait until like 5, which is right before sunsets, and it'll hopefully be a little bit cooler. Wendell's being a menace. I love him. He's being such a menace. But yes, that's the plan for today. And then the rest of the video, I don't know, reading, writing, running, working. I just came back to Tampa after the holidays. And I'm here for a month and a half until my lease expires. So I'm working a lot because I don't have school. Because I'm graduated. Crazy. But yeah, let's get to reading. I mean, it's a great day. One chapter in, literally one chapter in, and I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed already. Okay, the last sentence of this chapter. It's not a spoiler because it's the first chapter, but if you don't want to read it, just skip like 5 seconds. That was how it started, the 4 of us. We never meant any harm. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm gonna go back to reading. Sorry. Hello, another little reading update. I've been reading for a while. Like I'm on page 100 and something, like 107 or something. It took me way longer to get through the first 100 pages than I was expecting. Not that it's a bad thing, because I am really loving this book. There really hasn't been a ton of things that have actually happened. But I don't even care. Like, I love the writing. I love the characters. It's fantastic. Yeah. I don't really have that much of an update. Just, there's not a lot of plot action-y things happening. Like, I guess there were, like, maybe 2 or 3 major points that have happened. But otherwise, I think it's been kind of just exploring this new world that Clover's being exposed to. And these new people and this new friendship group. And I literally love all of them. The main group of people is Clover, who the story is told in her perspective. Alden, who is the first other character we meet in this group of 4. Hero and Eddie, or Edmund, but he goes by Eddie. And it's just such a dynamic group. And I'm obsessed with it. I don't want to say too much because like I don't want to spoil things and yeah, but I'm having a blast with this book. But it's 3:30 now and I'm going to, I don't know, go do something else. take a little break from reading. I probably won't pick this up again until tonight. But yeah. Hello, good morning. It is January 2nd. Please ignore this. I have a spot on my chin that I've been picking at, and I don't know how to stop, so this is my solution. But I have work today, so I'm gonna take it off then, but at least my face won't be inflamed and red and murdering me. Now I am working on a personal statement for our college application really quick. I already have like I've been using the same one and just editing it for each school I'm applying to. So I am doing this one for UNC Wilmington. I sent them my application like a month ago, but it's not actually due until for another month, and I just kept putting off doing the personal statement. And then either today or tomorrow I need to email another professor, because I had a professor who said he would do my letters of rec. One application was due yesterday, didn't do it. I had emailed him like 4 times, he didn't do it, so I need to email someone else and beg them. I don't know if I can, if that application is just done for, if it doesn't count anymore. Like, it won't, like, even though I submitted it, it won't count because I didn't have all my letters of rec or what. But my next one's due on the 8th, so I need to message this professor and be like, please, please, please. I'm kind of desperate at this point. So, and the professor, he was like, yes, I'll do it. You just need to remind me a lot because it's like busy. I was like, cool. Sent him an email when I sent through all my letters of rec. Sent him another email before the holidays. Sent him an email a couple days before it was due, the day before it was due. Resent all of the requests. So he got an email from me and an email from all the colleges, and he still did not do it. So, and I really like that professor, so I'm mad. But I'm gonna get to working on this essay. Yeah. Hello, I'm in bed right now, but I've been reading. I read like 100 pages today, and I'm just about 50% through. And it's finally picked up, like something is actually happening now. It's not just like drama, it's like actual magical, real something is happening. And it's so good. I'm so excited. I have to leave for work though soon. But I just want to come give you that update that things are happening. And it's really good. And I'm excited. When I go to work, I will not be bringing this book. I will actually be bringing A Court of Frost and Starlight, which is the next ACOTAR book I have to read, because I annotate my books. As you've seen, there's writing and stuff in them. But at work, I feel weird writing my books and stuff. But I have not been annotating the ACOTAR books. I just use the tabs. Because I read Throne of Glass before I started annotating, with pen. And now I, can't get myself to annotate any of the Sarah J. Maas books. So So that one's coming with me to work today. And I usually have a lot of time to read at work. Because when there's no kiddos, which depends on the day, but sometimes there's, no kids for the first hour and a half. So I might be able to get through a fair amount of that, because that is, I believe it's the novella, it's considered a novella. It's this big. So I will be reading 2 books, but I anticipate finishing this one in a couple of days. And then A Court of Frost and Starlight is going to exclusively be my work reading book, so it just depends on how busy work is for how fast I get through that. But yes. I'm gonna go back to reading for the next few minutes before I have to get ready for work. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys maybe after work or before work, probably after work. Because once I'm in my uniform, I'm not gonna film, because then you'll see where I work and privacy. Okay. Hi, so it's the next day. I didn't really read last night. I fell asleep on the couch after I got back from work. But I am just under 300 pages in. And I was really confused. I was like, did I miss something when I picked it up today? I was like, she was being attacked and I couldn't figure out why. And she's like, oh, obviously I'm being attacked by this person. And then she said it and I was like, oh my god. There's a huge plot twist that just happened. And low-key, this friend group, what is under my eye? That was just a really dark freckle, apparently. Okay. This friend group, crazy. I can't say stuff because it'd be spoilers if you want to read, but like, dang. Yeah, so the major plot twist within the friend group. That's like, I literally cannot say more, otherwise it's gonna spoil something, and yeah. But this is so interesting, and the narrative is so interesting because it's Clover's telling it. Clover's our main character. It's like her kind of reflecting, and I think she's writing it because sometimes she's like, oh, I would have written this. So I think this is like a memoir or her diary or something. So the narrative is really interesting, seeing her look back on all of this in a reflective sort of way. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know yet if it's going to be a 5-star read, but definitely so far at least a 4-star. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading. Hello guys, and I am back from work. However, right before work, I did finish The Scholar in the Last Fairy Door by H.G. Perry. I really like this book. Sorry, I'll move my reading journal. That's for in a few minutes. I really like this book. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 star, just because there were some things that I felt like were kind of slow, and I get why they were, but I don't know. But it was really good. It was a very wild ride. There was a lot of time jumps, so it was split into parts. It was like her life before Camford? Yeah, Camford. Because it's Oxford and Cambridge and Camford. And then her life there, and like her summer in Asheville, and then this other time jump really far in the future. And it was just a wild ride in all aspects. I think I had originally picked this book up because I think I would have already said this because I thought it gave Emily Wilde vibes. And it does, but also not really, because Emily Wilde is exclusively a human studying the Fae. Whereas this book, there is magic, and we learned 300 pages in that sometimes they ride broomsticks, which I feel like was something they should have told me earlier than 300 pages in. Which is the other thing. I feel like the world building was kind of interesting, and I just feel like I didn't totally understand the world. And I was like, which I feel like I should have, because the character is being introduced into this world with us. But I just feel like there's a lot that was missing, and a lot that some of it was purposely left out, which I understand. But I feel like some of it, like, I still don't totally get. But, and like, there's questions, because like, on the back it tells you that this happened, so it's not a spoiler, but it's like, Clover's brother Matthew is part of this huge, massive group in the war that gets cursed by a fairy. And so many die except for like 3 people. Like, why didn't these 3 people die? Like, they're all like, yes, they immediately died. But Matthew was like, he wasn't going to die for like years and years from this curse. So like, there's some things I just feel like are a little plot hole-ish. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. The characters were, they were wild. Okay? I don't even have words for Alden. There are no words for that man. Take that how you will. I loved Eddie. I loved Eddie so much. I kind of thought I was going to love Eddie. Hero I really liked. There's a big chunk without Hero, which you'll understand what that means in a little bit. And then Clover I really liked. She is the definition of You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahn. Like, all these pink tabs, you can't really see them, are like quotes where she's like, but I just wanted to leave home. Like, I didn't want to be there. See if I can find one of them. Why do I like everyone I pick is not really relevant? Oh, because I've lived my entire life wanting to get away from my home and learn about the world. These are like all of them. Clove, you hate this place. You always have. All you've wanted all your life is to get out. Like she is You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan. So that was fun because that, as a girl who grew up in New York and went to Florida for school, I told you I wanted to get out. And then my family moved, so I just never went back. But now that I finished that, we've got some reading journal. Oh, actually, one more book update. I told you guys yesterday that I was going to read a quart of Frost and Starlight at work. However, I was kind of busy at work yesterday and I actually didn't get to read a single page. But today, no kids came for the first hour and a half. And that book is really short, so I've read half of the book today. I'm on page like 130 and there's 230 pages-ish, give or take. So I read that today. It's interesting because the point of views, like it switches point of views, which is not an issue. It's got Reese, Feyre, Cassian, and I only saw one from more, but there might be more in the upcoming chapters. But it's interesting because Reese and Feyre are in first person, and then every other character is in third person, which is an interesting way to tell a story. And it was also, like, I opened the book and started reading, and I was like, it was so simple. Like, I couldn't get over how simple Sarah J. Maas's writing style was, because I had just finished reading this book, which obviously it's a very scholarly, stylistically written book. So moving into Sarah J. Maas's first person point of view writing, I was like, this is bad, which it's not. It was a big jump in tones. But it's been okay. It's kind of slow, not a lot's going on, but that's because it's a novella and it's kind of like it's a story of friendship, I believe, is how they marketed it. So it's not really like a plot device. It's just I don't know. But that's been going. I was debating just finishing it tonight, but I have work again on Sunday, so I'll just save it until then. But now we can journal a little bit. I didn't bring my markers, but I would color in one book, but I did not bring the markers that I need for this page. They're still in my bedroom. Also, I'm so sorry if you can hear like scraping noises. Wendell is in the litter box, and he's a noisy boy. If I can do this page, this book's read. Where are my microns? Cannot see what they are from this angle. Sorry, that's probably really obnoxious. So I'm using a 03, you can't see that micron, to fill in my book's red page. So the title is The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door. Wow, I almost didn't fit that, and I have small handwriting. And then the author is H.G. Perry. It is not a reread, and my rating is 4.5 stars, which I think is a pretty good start to the year. So that's there. And then I'm going to skip that page, and it's not a series, so I don't need to put that in my series tracker. But it was on my physical TBR, so sometimes I try to match which color. It's got a yellow spine, and I just have to find it because I did not organize where I put them. I just put them wherever I wanted. Here. And now I've officially read one book from my physical TBR. There she is, colored in. She's that yellow one right there. Progress. I didn't buy it, but I did put it, I can put it on my read 3 buy 1 TBR. So I don't think I'm gonna write the title for this one. I'm just gonna color in as I read books. So I'll take my yellow highlighter back again. I'll just color in that I read one book. And then when I read 2 more from my physical TBR, I can buy another book if I want. And it was also in my 25 and 25 TBR on this page. So all I need to do to mark that is color in the star rating. Like I said, give it a 4.5. So I'm going to use my yellow again. Not because the spine is yellow, but because stars are yellow. And Wendell wants to play catch. He brings me a spring and I throw it for him. There we go for that one. Probably can't see it filled in, but 4.5 stars. And then my reading log, I'm gonna do it in like a fun, like diagonal color scheme using red, orange, and yellow. So I'm just gonna alternate those going down. Today's the 3rd, so I did read today. So I need to do my reading blanket still. I need to make that, which I will work on later. In January, today is Friday, and I finished The Scholar in the Last Fairy Door today. So that's how that looks. Put the key, the color, and make a line here. But I can also add, I do this in rainbow order just because I don't care. The A Court of Frost and Starlight. So I started that today. And I'm gonna run that all the way through to tomorrow at the very least, because I know I'm not gonna finish it today. And then my key. And I write that with my 8. That's done, and there's nothing else I need to fill out. I do need to make a book review though. I'm probably not gonna do that now. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I'm just gonna put the picture, the title, the author, the star rating, and then a little review. And I'll probably only take up half the page. I'm gonna do that for every book that I read, hopefully. But now that that's all done, my plan moving forward, obviously, is to keep on going through A Court of Frost and Starlight. I don't know why I can't remember that book's name. Keep reading that while I'm at work. And then I'm going to start Daydream by Hannah Grace. That's the 3rd book in the Maple Hill series, I think it's called. I'm so excited for that one because I loved Henry in the first couple books. I think he's like genuinely the greatest guy character in romance novels that I've read about yet. So I'm going to start that tonight before bed. But not now, because I have other things I need to do. So, I'm going to get started on that stuff. And Wendell just lost his spring underneath the couch. So that's splendid. Okay, I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. Hi guys, so it is Sunday. I did not update you at all yesterday. Oops. I don't have the book with me, but I started and finished Daydream by Hannah Grace yesterday. I give it 4.5 stars. I'm in love with Henry. It's definitely... Hi, Wendell. He's just gonna sit there. It's definitely my favorite of the Maple Hills series by far. It goes Daydream, Wildfire, then Icebreaker, which is probably controversial because I feel like a lot of people didn't like Wildfire, but I thought it was great and I love the characters. But Daydream was just so good. It was so good. I gave you guys like a little video of me making the granny square for the book. Here's my granny square for the book. So this blue means I read it in January. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was a romance. I read it as a physical book, and then it was not a reread. So that's the square for this. I don't know if I ever showed you my Scholar in the Last Fairy Door granny square, but that's this one. I actually weaved in the ends on this one, so this one's good to go. I didn't weave in the ends on this one yet, but I'm just gonna sit here under Wendell's legs. Okay, I've been on the floor journaling, working on my book review and stuff, so he's trying to eat all the pens. But I love Daydream, my review. I gave it 4.5 stars. I think I already said that, sorry. I loved all of the characters. I think Haley, I've been saying Hallie. I think there are some things about her character that I felt like were inconsistent or like didn't quite fit in with the rest of her. But overall, I really liked her character. I think it was a cowardly move on Hannah Grace's part to not make her ace, because she totally set that up in the first like four pages of the book. Totally set it up for her being ace. And I knew she wasn't gonna be, because I would have heard about it if she was before reading the book. But yeah, I think she should have made her ace. But whatever. I really liked it. I loved Henry. He was so perfect. He's a cinnamon roll. I need a Henry. He's so perfect. I can't get over him. I really liked the plot of the book. I thought it was really good. I liked their relationship. There were some things I thought was funny. Hannah Grace is, I think she's British or from the UK somewhere. And you can tell, like, this book is set in California, so it's not supposed to be British English, but there's just some words that are not American. And I think it's funny that they weren't called, like, they go to the fair or like carnival boardwalk thing, and Henry's winning her like the stuffed animals or plushies are kind of what I hear, stuffed animal plushies, but they use the word teddies, which is definitely not an American term. And then another one, I was like, what does she call herself or something when they're asking her name, like how do you call her or something, which we don't also use, which I think that actually stems from other languages like French. I know je m'appelle Sarah means I call myself Sarah, or not my name is Sarah, because appelle is to call. But yeah, so that's most of my thoughts on the book. I filled out, I don't think I showed you guys this is my little review page. I'm obsessed with how it looks. I'm not doing these pictures until later because I just print out the book covers on a sheet of paper, so I want to wait till the end of the month, or I can put them on all on one piece of paper so I'm not wasting paper. But that's what this looks like. I love it so much. What else? Here's how oh my god, I hate myself. I was like, here's how my month is. Why is it so blurry? Why is it focusing on Wendell? I drew this orange line. Oh my god, it just wants to focus on Wendell. I drew this orange line 1 week down, so I need to fix that issue. I read 2 books for my physical TBR, or for my TBR in January already. Yeah, that's most of the important stuff. Colored in 2 books on here because I finished 2 books. I put Maple Hill series on my series tracker, and I'm completely caught up on that. Wendell needs to stop eating my stationery. Okay, yeah, put the Maple Hill series on here. All caught up with my 2 books on here, and my 2 books in here. So, yeah. I don't know what book I'm starting next, and I'm not letting myself start reading today until I do some writing. So, yeah, I had work again today. I didn't read any more of A Court of Frost and Starlight because there were kids, because it's a weekend, so weekends are always busy, so I had no time. But that's okay. I'll read it on Tuesday. I have work again, so yeah. I'm gonna go now and be productive, do something. Yeah. Hello. I apologize for the bad angle, but I'm wearing my work clothes, and this way you can't see my logo because it's just under the screen, so this is how we're gonna do it. But I haven't updated you guys in a while because the things I've been reading are for another reading vlog, but I decided not to end the vlog because I thought I was gonna finish A Court of Frost and Starlight at work, and I did indeed finish it, so I thought I'd give you guys my final thoughts on that before wrapping up the video. So I finished this in 2 shifts. I think I had like 100 pages left, and I finished it in 40 minutes at work today, which really sucked because it was not busy, so then I had nothing to do for the rest of the shift because I finished the book. But yes, I think I'm going to give this 4 stars. I would give it 3.5, but here's the thing. I feel like that's unfair because it's a novella, so you shouldn't go in with the same expectations as a novel. Like, if it was supposed to be a novel, I would give it 3.5. But as a novella, it's not bad, so I'm gonna give it a 4, if that makes any sense. I just feel like not a lot happened, but that's kind of the point of a novella, is for it to be, obviously, they're short, not a lot is supposed to happen. I just feel like, I don't know if anything really progressed the plot at all in the book, like at all. I mean, we heard some stuff about Lucian, still don't know how to say his name, but I feel like it took place in like 2 pages in this book. It could have taken place in 2 pages in the next book, except the next book is Nesta's book, so I guess that doesn't really compute. But I thought it was cute. There were some scenes that I really liked in here, just as they were, not that they did anything useful. I'm sorry if you hear like weird rubbing noises. Wendell is playing with his toy on the ground, and it's like styrofoam, and yeah. So those are my not very clear thoughts on this book. It was good for what it was supposed to be, but yeah. That is all for my reading vlog. So then we wrapped it up with 3 books, I believe. This one, Court Frost and Starlight. A bookmark is falling out, which is fine because I'm done. Then Daydream by Hannah Grace. And the first book that I read of the year was The Scholar and the Last Fairy Door by H.G. Perry. So I'd say it was a very, very successful start to the new year. And yeah, I'm very excited about the books I'm going to be reading this year. And I hope you guys are too. But for now, I will see you somewhere else on the internet. Bye.